Oh my.
This goes out to the ones in situationships.
Oh my God, Christina.
Yeah.
Say it.
You owe them
Nothing. You don't owe him shit.
nothing until you are official. What is up, guys? Welcome back to Gin and Toxic.
G&T, baby.
We're back.
We're back.
And we're finally back with the episode that we were supposed to do last week.
And we just couldn't shut up last week.
We just couldn't shut the fuck up.
That's actually kind of crazy if you think about it. We talked so much in the last episode that we never did the episode.
Then we never did the actual episode.
Is that?
And then we promised it
us
this
problem.
week. It is, but like I think the people liked it. There were some, like I'm telling you, some of those clips that I pulled from last week's episode, they're bangers.
Yeah.
Like I gotta get them up, but like once they're up.
Yeah. Can you stop posting old episodes? That would be great.
Well, we're done now.
Okay.
We ran out.
Please.
We officially ran out, like, because I wanted to run out.
Because I was like, in my brain, I'm like, I got to take a break from like talking about people on the podcast. Like I've been going in and then like the last clip you upload, I'm just like, like it's
really
me. Yeah.
What clip was it?
I don't even, about.
No, I get it. I know what you're referring to, but I don't even remember what the clip was.
So if anyone goes to the Gin and Toxic account, it's the first thing that they're going to see.
Well, you know what I do is like I upload like 30 or 40 of them into Planoly, schedule them, and just let them rip throughout the month. Like I just sit back and I'm like, whatever. But starting not tomorrow, but starting on Thursday. Tomorrow is like just clips from this episode that we're recording right now. Yeah. But starting Thursday is episodes 11 through 20, and this will be 21. So new G&T clips, and we have some really good ones. And the lighting is much better in these ones. So
Slay.
Thank God.
Slay.
Yeah. The people are very mad at me on TikTok right now. Remember when I was like talking about how when my ex was living with me, how I was like, he sleeps in and I can't do that. Like I wake up like way earlier and like I like run a marathon. Like,
got hate comments on that one.
Dude, it is still blowing up. Yeah. The men are they're so mad at me because of two things that I said. Number one, when I was like he sleeps in and like I don't care, I'm up at 9. That's what I said. So half of the comments are people being like, must be nice to wake up at 9 a.m. Like she's so privileged, blah, blah. And then the other one was when at the end of it, I basically ran a marathon before he woke up. That's what I say. But before that, I was like, I wake up, I make my coffee, I go out, I get food, I get back, I shower, get ready, blah, blah. And I made a joke and I was like, I basically ran a marathon before he woke up. People took that shit so literally. The men took that shit so literally. And they were like,
I'm jaw dropped at that.
No, they were literally like, oh my God, she ran a marathon because she woke up and made her coffee. Like, blah. I'm like,
I think I just care so little. Like,
shut up?
Everything to me is in one ear, out the other.
No.
I've never commented about something so stupid.
It's the men. They are incredibly
the 40+ community on TikTok of men needs to be exterminated.
Like, oh my God.
Like,
leave,
stop.
Guys. Like,
yeah.
Oh my God. I'm like not mad at it at all, but I'm just like, it's like the pure stupidity that I like read the comments and I'm like,
anyway,
are these people serious? Do they actually think I'm gonna
I
run a marathon?
never read our comments, and like every few months I just sit there for an hour and I go through every TikTok and I read every comment. And I'm like, this is tea. Yeah. Y'all have things to say. I choose peace.
You have things to say. You don't have great things to say. But
I'm always the chubby one. I'd also like to say, and I'm not the chubby one.
Who the fuck has ever said that?
And we've gotten 20 comments saying the chubby one this or the chubby one that.
What?
And I'm just like,
that's not true. What the fuck?
But I love how real you guys are.
Oh my God, we used to get a lot of comments about when our old lighting setup was
how pale you were. I did
how pale I am.
They were real as fuck, Christina.
Somebody actually commented on like a TikTok recently too and was like, she's still young and learning, but she needs to put a little concealer and mascara on and she will look better than she ever had. Like, but it was like a guy saying that in the comments.
So sweet.
And I was like,
sweet.
I know you were trying to be like, no.
Mm-hmm. No, one guy literally commented, like, he wasn't even trying to be mean. He was like, yo, LMAO, the chubby one funny as fuck. Because it was me saying something.
I've never seen those comments.
Dude, I'm going to make like a collage. They're really funny.
I'm going to make a fucking TikTok filter that says chubby and pale.
I'm like, well, one, I'm gorge. And two, like, I have a little baby face. Like, squeeze my cheeks. I'm so cute.
I don't know why that makes me like, reminded me of like chubby. I showed my life coach today HRH collection. I'm not saying that because she's chubby, but because the first thing that comes to mind is that video of her being like, "You're one of the 4. Oh, yeah. You're fat, ugly, stupid." Like, I forget what the 4th one was, but she's like, "You have to be one of the 4. You're either fat, ugly, stupid."
If you guys have heard that TikTok audio that's like, "It's not the vibe, stop." That's HRH collection. She's our queen.
I'm like, nobody friends is wearing beachy waves. Well, that's why I brought it up, because we were talking about Air One, and then I was like, Lily saw a celebrity in our eyes.
An A-lister.
And she goes,
she's an A-lister in my life.
She goes, why didn't she go and say hi to her and ask for a pic? I go, Andrea, this is not that type of woman. We love her to our core.
It's very funny because I've seen some real A-list celebrities and just been like, nice. Yeah. And then I see someone like her, or like, oh my God, I'm trying to think of like who else. Like if I saw Jake Paul, I would probably faint. I would pass out on the spot.
I told you.
But I have walked by J-Lo and just been like, cool.
Jake Paul gave a drunk pep talk to my ex-boyfriend and his band members at the Team 10 house at Designer's birthday party. I will never forget it. I was standing there. Tana Mojo was also there.
Oh my God.
So was the other. So was Logan.
Wasn't this a story time in one of our early episodes?
It was in one of our very first episodes. Wow. Why was it? Why though?
It was like fever dream nights. Was that the episode?
Nights I felt like no.
But it was like that was the vibe of the episode. It was like story time on Nights Out.
For some reason, why do I feel like it was the episode about like rejection or something?
What?
I don't know. For some reason, I remember telling this story like I'm scrolling for a sec. The art of rejection.
Imagine getting that email. You're invited to Designer's birthday party at Jake Paul's house.
It was the episode we did right before that was the rejection one. Nights That Felt Like a Fever Dream was about the strip club and Jake Paul's party. At Jake Paul's. Never forget when I went to the Team 10 house. I still have that photo. I should frame it.
I'm so jealous. I can't even talk about it. Like, you don't understand.
It was an experience. It was my first time ever stepping foot in a content house, and I'm so happy I did it. Like,
so sad. Like if I had to pick between meeting an A-list celebrity or like Jake Paul, Addison Rae vibe, I'm going that way. Yeah. Like those are my heroes.
Oh, I would too. 100%.
Not all heroes wear capes, guys. Okay?
Niche heroes. Anyways, all right, let's do toxic thing of the week.
I kind of thought of one because
okay.
We're gonna talk about Christina finally went out with Big Jeans the other night.
I did, and his friends.
And like me and Work Bay and like the gang. But I had to like stop. This podcast is exhausting. It's like I had to start my night having like 3 conversations with people being like, I've never talked about you on my fucking podcast. I don't know what you fucking heard.
Wait, I heard that you said one of the first things you said to the guy we were just talking about was you're like, hey, just an FYI, we don't have a nickname for you.
No, okay, because I'm like usually so bad with confrontation, and I've been very proud of myself because I've gotten a lot better with it. Because like I usually will just avoid. Yeah, I have gotten better because I usually will just like avoid things or like whatever. And there's this guy that I know that like we're not very close at all. Like we're like just like friendly, and apparently like somehow he heard that we talk about him on the podcast and that we have a nickname for him and all this shit, which is not true. We've never talked about him.
We've never talked about this dude.
And the thought of him thinking that was so weirding me out, and I was just like, I cannot have him think this. Like that's the weirdest thing ever. Like why would we talk about it? Like whatever. He was probably like, why are they talking about me? I don't even like know them that well.
Well, that's the exact. That proves the point.
The bit.
Why are they talking about me? We're not, because we don't have anything to talk about.
No, we're not. And I was standing with Christina, and he comes up to us and he's like, hey, besties, like whatever. And I was like, hi, I have never talked about you on my podcast. Good God, I'm sick of this shit. Like I was like, oh my God, this fucking podcast. Like it's been like fucking coming for me lately. But I'm like, I'm here to tell you guys the tea. So gets me in trouble.
Who cares? We use fucking aliases. Like,
oh, I don't care. I'm still gonna do it.
Yeah, the amount of men that I've gone on dates with that are like, "Are you gonna talk about me on your show?" And I'm like, "Fucking maybe."
Probably.
Actually, I have an update because I did go. Well, I'll talk about it after the toxic thing of the week. But I did go on a date with the therapist that I talked about from last week. He actually said to me on the date when we started talking about the podcast and we're talking about this and that, and he was like, oh, are you going to talk about this date on the podcast? He meant in like a very nice way, not in like a dick move.
Yeah.
But I said to him, I was like, yeah, like that's what I do.
Also, my point of view is like no one that we talk about is a public figure. Like I think it would be different if I was having drama with someone that was maybe like a huge influencer or like someone significant, but they're not. I'm like, these are just normal people that I'm making up nicknames for like 20-year-old girls. Like, what's the fucking problem? Like, what's the problem? But yeah, I had to like clarify that. And then we were smooth sailing after that.
And then everything was cool.
He was like, oh, okay, sick. Because that would have been really fucking weird. Like, he wasn't even going to ask me though. It was so funny. I was just like, yeah, let's get that out of the way. Like, that didn't happen. Like, what the fuck? Yeah. But yeah, that was me. That's me.
That's your toxic thing.
That's my toxic thing. So, and getting to watch Big Jeans and Christina mingle in the
wild.
wild.
We're gonna talk more about it. So my toxic thing of the week kind of involves both Big Jeans and the therapist guy too.
Very good.
So I guess like really because I was trying to think of my toxic thing of the week, and I guess this is kind of toxic that you guys know that I obviously went on that date with that therapist. Literally the night before the date, I ended up going to Big Jeans' apartment, slept over, fucked the whole 9 yards, woke up together, hung out all morning, left. And then when I left his, I came home, I ate and got ready for my date and left to go on a date with this guy. And then on top of that, the other toxic thing is I posted a TikTok talking about how I was going to be getting ready to go on this date. And in the TikTok, I was wearing Big Jeans' sweater.
And that's on
Big Jeans.
And that's on Big Jeans, period.
And that's on Big Jeans.
I was going to say, that's on him being like, let's be casual. Let's see other people. Okay, mama. I can see other people.
I'll take it literally.
One thing about, if you tell Christina to see other people, she's going to see other people.
See other people.
There will be a date that night.
The roster never really disappears.
I told Workbay after, you and Big Jeans had that conversation about like still being clear that you're seeing other people. Yeah. I told him and he was like, oh yeah, but like, she probably won't. I was like, no, she has a date tomorrow.
No, she will.
I was like, no, it's booked. And he was like, it's who? I was like, it's booked tomorrow. 6'5" therapist.
Right.
Not my problem.
Not my problem.
He's like, oh my God, you guys. I'm like, yeah, keep up.
And then at the fucking thing, Workbay, oh my God. Workbay kept being like, oh my God, he's so in love with you. And I'm like, he wants told me let's keep casual a few days ago.
Yeah.
I don't think he loves me.
Not yet.
Thank you though.
Wait, but I was doing that too.
What?
I was doing that too though.
Not so much.
Yeah, a little bit though. I was like,
oh, you guys are so cute. Yeah, well, you were saying that like we were cute and shit.
Yeah,
but, like,
yeah.
Workbabe was like, he's in love with you, and I was I don't know about that.
I think Workbabe has never seen him like a girl, and like at least not in a long time.
Yeah,
like in this way. So I think
that's also like I don't know, like he doesn't like me though.
He definitely likes you. He definitely likes you. Definitely likes her.
Not enough.
I saw it with my own eyeballs.
But okay, anyways, but that was my toxic thing of the week. I guess that like I literally slept at his, fucked him,
guys,
and then went immediately on this other date. And then as I was talking about the date on TikTok, was wearing Big Jeans hoodie. Fuck it. Also, my parents came to visit me this weekend. Just another thing to add into the toxic thing of the week.
Right.
Parents came to visit me this weekend, and they saw all of the photo booth photos of me and Big Jeans making out on my fridge.
Because you guys are always just hammered in those photo booths.
So. We are always hammered in a photo booth, and they are going right on my fridge.
One thing about Brooklyn bars is they're going to charge $5 for that film strip, and I'm going to pay. And I'm going to pay every time.
Speaking of Brooklyn bars, let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about the night from the beginning. Housekeeping we're in now.
I wasn't even gonna. Christina and me had a little day. Okay, it was my last summer Friday, last day being done with work at 1 whatever. So I was like, okay, let's go to the pool and work out and like girl. And she was like, okay, let's do that, and then let's go to dinner and drinks. And I was like, okay. In my mind, I'm like, all right.
Well, I started thinking about when was the last time that
we hung out
and Lily hung out like little dinner and drinky thing, like just us.
You guys, we don't hang
out.
Not
in a group, not with another person.
Like, all of this is fake. We don't hang out.
No, but that's the thing. We hang out so much, but it's either with other people or to record the podcast. Yeah. Or we're just like
in LA, like traveling.
Like as for like going out, like we haven't hung out in like a while. So that's why I was like, we haven't done like a cutie girls' day. It's a Friday night. It's the last summer Friday.
Yeah. Let's go. Yeah. So we did. So we went to dinner. Christina was drunk before we left dinner, so that's special.
I was.
Yeah.
I don't know what they put in those. Yeah. Well, it was a gin cocktail, but like
it was like a gin spritz.
It went down so easy, and I had 2 of them, and I was already drunk.
No, she was already drunk. Then we go to this bar in Williamsburg called Midnight's Slade, and we were hunting. I was helping.
Wait, on the walk. On the walk to Midnight's too.
Oh,
the condom.
We saw this random couple like making out,
like hardcore making. They looked like they were about to fuck, and the guy had a motorcycle. So as they were in the middle of making out, like literally ready to fuck, I took out a gin and toxic condom,
as you do,
as one does, and I went up to the motorcycle and I put it on the motorcycle, and I said, "You guys might need this. Have a great night." And then I walked away. Lily got a video of it. It was really funny. Maybe we'll like put it on like we'll put it in a photo dump or something. It was absolutely flawless. And then we got to Midnight's.
Then we got to Midnight's and we hunted.
The hunt was on. No. The hunt was on.
I'm a great wingman because when it's not you having to hit on guys. Actually, me and Ryan, my roommate, were just talking about this like the other night because I was telling her about that at Midnight's. Yeah. And she was like reminding me that she was like, remember that one night that you were single? She was like, I was just going up to guys left and right for you. And I was like, yeah, well, it's so much easier when like you don't have to put yourself out there. Like, I don't mind making myself look stupid if I'm just like, you know, like coming on strong, whatever. But we were just like dancing near all these guys. And
we literally we were like, okay, like we weren't really getting anything good. And then we saw we saw the Brooklyn Dream.
I saw the a mustache. Some tats. That's all you need.
Yeah. And so we were just like around the bar.
It didn't go well.
Like, drunks. Yeah. Didn't go well. Different group of girls got to them before us, and we were like, "Oh fuck!" But then we decide to leave to go to the crack, and you gotta say it like that,
dude.
But as we were on our way out, I was like, "It's happening! I'm giving the guys a condom." I walk up to them. I said, there was 2 of them that were really hot.
I sped right by, and and then I look behind me. I'm like, "Where's Christina?" Yeah, and there she is.
I say, both of you guys, very attractive men. Here you go. And then we left. And then we went to the crack, and that was
weird. Well, okay.
Interesting.
The crack is this bar, and also in Williamsburg, Brooklyn, that used to be like only for Irish people. So very much my ex-boyfriend and all his friends would go there. And I hadn't been there since we dated. And me and Christina were like, for a laugh, let's go.
Yeah.
And we got there, and the vibes have changed at the crack. The vibes have changed because we got there, and everyone else was 40 plus. Yeah. 40 plus. No Irish people, 40 plus. No. All German or English. And this old German sweaty man tried to lick my ear.
Yeah, what the fuck was that?
No. What the fuck was that, Christina? Because you were ordering a drink and that man locked me in his grip and got in my ear.
He was so drunk. He called us like cuties or something. You guys are the cutest
you
in
little
here or something.
Cuties? I was like, well, yeah, because everyone else in here is like 40 plus. So.
And then we were like, okay, vibes are weird. Get the drink, go outside.
Yeah, and just like stall because we were like trying to figure out if we were going to go meet like Work Bay and Big Jeans. So we were like, stall.
And then other guy.
And then these other guys come outside and they're like, they're also like 50 years old.
Yeah, they're old. And one of them was bald. Like,
comes up to us and was like, do you guys want to go to this next place with us? Blah, blah, blah. I go, well, you're 40, so no.
I'm okay.
I'm good. We literally could pass for 18.
Girls. Like, yeah.
I am 24, but I definitely could pass for 18. So
the way we were dressed.
Oh my God, yeah.
Young.
I had a bow in my hair.
Yeah, cute little.
I'm never trying to like look older. Dresses. Like, why do I do that? Like, what? I like complain that I look like 17. Then I'm like, I'm gonna put a bow in my hair. And
you look cute with a bow in your hair.
I love a bow in my hair.
The intention is a good one. Like,
yeah,
you know.
No, it's cute. But anyway, none of this matters because then
we were stalling, and then what even happened? Work Bay hit you up and was like, I'm going to this you explain that. I don't know.
Yeah, Work Bay was just telling
I don't even know how it happened.
Well, Work Bay was telling me he was just going out with this one guy friend, and I was like, you guys are just going out, like just two guys. I was like, yeah, okay, I don't want that already, but whatever, it's fine. You do whatever you want, it's fine. Yeah. But like the place they were going, I was like, that's so random. So I was
never heard of it before.
Yeah, it's in the depths of Bushwick. If you know, you know. But I was like, that doesn't sound fun. You know, it would be more fun if me and Christina and Big Jeans came. Yeah. He was like, probably. And I was like, okay, see you in 20 minutes.
Yeah. Well, Big Jeans was originally going to go and then said he wasn't. And then I texted him asking if he was going and he was like, yes, I'm going to go. And then I was like, do you care if I go? Because we're technically invited now. And he's like, yeah. Anyways. And then we leave, pull up to this place that's like in the middle of like industrial random. Like the depths of Bushwick.
You guys, in the Bushwick.
No fucking clue where we are.
If you don't know what Bushwick is, it's like that hipsterville of Brooklyn. Like when you think of like those, it used to be Williamsburg and now it's kind of, Williamsburg's gotten more like a little more mainstreamy. Yeah. Like still hipster, but Bushwick is like, I mean,
characters there.
Yeah, like very like there's a lot of like grungy people, hipsters, like it's quite the place. And the bars there also have a lot of characters. So it's like you're always going to have like a photo booth, a stage, a DJ booth, a cigarette outside area. The layout's always classic. Interesting. But it was all of Big Jean's friends like outside when we got there. Yeah, so we got to meet them, which was nice.
So we got there and so I don't know if I mentioned this on the show or not, but me and Lily have talked about it. I've talked about it with like some of my other friends that I always said one of my big concerns that if anything ever progressed with me and Big Jeans was the fact that I didn't think I would get along with his friends. Not because like I thought like I was a bitch or that his friends were bitchy or whatever. Just because they are very like Lily was saying like the type of Bushwick people like they are like these very like hipstery like.
And that was the issue I had with Work Bay as well. Like, they're not the easiest people to mesh with.
Yeah, exactly.
They're niche.
Not an easy crowd to mesh with. So that was like a really big thing. And I also said that to Big Jeans. I told him like I don't think I'm gonna like mesh with your friends. Like I don't think it's like gonna be a thing that like we don't like each other. I just don't think it's gonna like blow over that well. Anyways, ended up going pretty well. We like got there.
I mean, I had a fucking blast. Dude.
I had a great time. We stayed till like 3 in the morning, 3:30ish,
which is insane. Yeah, I haven't done that, and I've like not been going out and stuff.
Me too. I haven't done like a bender in a minute.
And also like with that group, it's been like really hit or miss this year, and I think there's been a lot of like misunderstandings and weird vibes. But then like this night was just like really good, and it kind of made me feel like back on track with the gang. Exactly. Like we used to hang out with them a little bit when me and Work Bay like first started dating, and I remember they like loved hanging out with us and whatever. Yeah. But they all loved you too. Like remember I used to send you videos of Big Jeans literally yelling Chickie.
Oh yeah. But I never really like hung out with
they loved your vibe. Like, they were just like, I want to hang out with you guys more than we kind of never did. So it was nice that we all kind of like, I feel like we all kind of like reconnected, came together.
No, we did. And it was great. And we all just like talked. And I met all of Big Jean's friends. And then Big Jean's literally made a comment to me at some point during the night that was like, remember when you told me you just like didn't think you were going to get along with your friends? Like, it seems like you've been getting along with literally everybody. Yeah. And everybody likes you.
Well, I said to him too, because like, it was funny that we went there because like you were wearing like the white flowy skirt. And I looked so overdressed / like not.
We both looked overdressed.
Yeah, but like at the same time, I was like, you can also just put me and Christina anywhere, and like we will get along with anyone. Yeah, like that's 100%. How I've always reminded myself. I'm like on those nights out where it's been weird. I'm like, it's not me, mama, because you could put me in any room, and even if I'm not like these aren't like my people, like I'll be very polite and like have a good time.
I always say like it's only awkward if you make it awkward. Like, if you just be a nice person.
We got a great group that night too.
Yeah, it was really good. So we had a good night. And then
Molly followed me back on Instagram. I met a new queen.
Oh my God. Queen, this girl. Absolutely.
Yeah, we got to have her on the show. We met like the girly pop of all girly pops.
No, 100%.
Her vibes are immaculate.
Fantastic.
Yeah, we girled hard.
Yeah, I ended up going home with Big Jeans that night, and we got Taco Bell and very nice. I also got Taco Bell that night. I told you, I haven't stopped thinking about it. We've talked about it on the show too. A really good makeout. It's just so lovely.
Me and Work Bay like stand by that. Like if we get in a fight or like if we're having a bad day, you just got to make out.
You just got to make out. 100%. But no, it was good. And then we woke up the next day hungover as fuck. Had breakfast.
Oh my God. I was fucked the next day.
Everybody was fucked.
The only thing I did was get sushi with you. Come here, grab my book and go right home.
Yeah. I know. I had to too. I woke up and like my hometown best friend Emily was like, hey, like where in Williamsburg do you live? And I told her, and she was like, oh, I'm going to this like festival, whatever. And I was like, oh my God, that's like right by where I live.
Oh, so you had to go.
So then I was like, what the fuck? Like, you're here. Like, yeah. So then we ended up going out, and I had a fat glass of wine that like got me pretty tipsy. And then I went out for sushi with Lily. Yeah, I went to bed early that night. Remember, I literally, like, after we played, like, a few rounds of Kirby, I was like, you gotta go. I am so tired.
I was, like, falling asleep during that. Yeah, I went to bed really early and, like, got a good night's sleep that night for sure.
Yeah, exactly. But, yeah, that was that. Oh, and then also, one other quick housekeeping thing, which was on here first. I meant to talk about it first, but whatever, was the date with the therapist guy from last week. Told you guys I was going on a date with therapist guy from TikTok. And so here's the thing. I'm a little torn because the date, I thought at least the date went very well. Very intelligent guy. He's good looking, like really has his shit together. And it was just like overall a really good date. We like talked a lot about like his life and my life. He just seemed like a
catch. Like he just seemed like.
No, it seemed like a total catch.
Yeah.
And then it was really good. Like, we stayed and, like, chatted and had drinks for, like, about 3 hours. And then, you know, he, like, sent me off in my Uber. And then I texted him and was like, I had a great night. You know, thank you so much for everything. Would love to see you again. And then he texted me back and he was like, yes, like, had a great night. Glad you got home safe. Would definitely be down to see you again, too. And then I, like, hearted the message. And then I haven't heard from him since. And I thought it went really great, but I'm not trying to, like, think about it. Because, number one, like, it was a first date. Like, if it doesn't fucking work out, like, who the fuck cares? But also,
it is, like, weird, though, having, like, a very different experience than someone.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure he had, like, obviously you would have known if he had a bad time. Like, he obviously didn't have, like, a bad time. But, like,
no.
It's just weird. When
yeah, but it
like,
probably, there's a few options of which either, A, like, it obviously, like, you know, he didn't have as good of a time or, like, didn't really, like, feel the, like, connection, I guess, that I felt. Like, that's totally fine. Like, you know, obviously you go on like 101 dates and like you could go on like a good date and still be like whatever about the person.
You know, the person could be awesome, but you don't like want to, you know, fuck them.
Exactly.
Like,
but you don't want to fuck them.
Yeah, like whatever.
But also, because I was talking to my life coach about it today, she did point out that it was Labor Day weekend and a lot of people were gone. And then also the fact that I don't know how many other girls he has to go on dates with from the TikTok thing. He did tell me, we talked about it a little bit. He did tell me he already went on 2 dates. I don't know what
he didn't say how they went or like.
No, because I'm sure if I asked him, he would have told me, but I didn't.
No, you don't want to ask. I didn't know if he just like said.
Yeah, no, but I don't know. So that was that. But he, like I said, he did text me. My thing is like, I feel like he wouldn't have texted me like, I would definitely be down to see you again too. If he actually wasn't.
Yeah, because he's a therapist and he would
like
not.
If a guy like, well, not even just because of that. Like if a guy texts me after a date and was like, had such a great time, like I would love to see you again, or something, I would just ignore the part where they say would love to see you again and just be like, yes, thank you so much for such a great night. Like, and then I would just kind of leave it at that.
No, yeah, with anyone, like, it's true. Yeah. Like,
so I don't know.
Why would he go out of his way to say that?
Yeah, so I don't know. Maybe.
Especially a therapist.
Right. He was so, like, I texted Lily about it. Like, his emotional intelligence was so sexy.
Sexy as fuck.
Like, his emotional intelligence and, like, all this shit about, like, being a therapist and this and that, whatever. And, like, he was such a wholesome person. It just made him, like, 1,000 times hotter. As if he wasn't already 6'5", built as fuck, and his arm wasn't, like, the size of my head. But oh my God, it made him like way sexier.
Yeah, no, for sure. I feel like it could take like a mid-ass guy and make him like insanely hot.
Yeah, no, it was great, but whatever. So that's that. So I thought it went really well, but I guess we'll see. Tomorrow, it'll be a week since the date, but
you should just start like dating men with like different careers just as like a test.
You know what's so fucking funny is
get a pilot.
For
fun, Christina, not to like actually date.
I heard that some of the most actually
unloyal,
the occupations that are like the most unloyal apparently are, I forget, I read something about it recently. It was like pilots, doctors, lawyers, and like 1 or 2 others. Like, yeah.
Huh.
Bartender wasn't even on there, which I thought DJ and bartender would be on there too, but I remember they didn't make the list. It's like the ones that you don't expect them.
It kind of makes sense though.
Yeah.
I feel like you do hear Yeah, that does make
My
sense.
toxic trait is I was thinking about, because he's a therapist, I'm like, what if one of his clients started coming on to him? He does children's therapy, okay? So never mind. That, like, he specializes in children's therapy. Works with foster care children, providing free therapy.
Wow, that's insane.
Like, that's
so
hot.
Cool. Yeah, that's hot.
That
yeah,
is
no,
hot.
when you told me that the first time, I think that's what I said. I was like, that's hot.
Like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
oh my
hot.
God. And he was telling me how his, what's it called? Is it called dissertation? Mm-hmm. That, like, thesis essay that you have to write, you know, when you're getting your, like, doctorate. His is all about, like, toxic masculinity and, like, how men aren't, like, capable of forming meaningful male-to-male friendships because, like, they can't talk about their feelings. Like, okay, like, I don't know.
He's light years
really
ahead.
Hot.
Light years
ahead. Oh my God. Also, we got on the date and I was like, how old are you? Had no idea.
How old was he?
No idea. 25. So that was good.
Perfect.
24 and 25. But yeah, anyways, so it went really well. We'll keep you guys posted if we end up doing another date or not. Probably not, because
I'm going with no, but
I don't know, guys.
Well, has it been a week?
It's tomorrow will be a week.
Don't lose all hope.
But I don't really care. I'm not like I had hope to begin with.
No,
I'm
yeah,
just
not that you're like waiting, and yeah, not that you're like waiting around, but like I definitely think there's still like a chance it could happen, but if not, like whatever.
Yeah, whatever. We'll see.
Time for G&T.
Yeah,
we've only have one thing written down. Yeah, but it's very significant,
guys. And this
cultural
literally popped
reset.
up like between last night and this morning. Okay, so this is very fresh G&T. The videos of Kylie Jenner and Timothée Chalamet. Notice how his last name is not written down in our note because I could not figure out how to spell it for the life of me.
Fucking take for a second. I think Timothée Chalamet is so unattractive.
Mid.
And not in like a medium ugly, like he's kind of ugly hot way. I think he's so unattractive.
I don't
also,
see it.
Have you seen the Willy Wonka trailer?
Yeah.
Why is Kylie Jenner dating Willy Wonka? Why is Kylie Jenner dating Willy Wonka? Someone tell me what the fuck is going on in pop culture right now.
So quiet up. And wait, no.
You guys.
Oh, quiet up and listen down. Nope. Scratch that. Reverse it.
If you guys haven't seen the new Willy Wonka trailer with Timothée Chalamet, please.
Timothy Salamander.
Please go treat yourself to that experience. I'm personally, one, confused and two, pissed. Confused because did they not just, but like they already did a new Willy Wonka with Johnny Depp.
Okay, so I think this Willy Wonka is what it seems
story.
Like it is from the trailer. Seems, like it's more not based around the kids in the chocolate factory, but more so about the history of
so
Willy
like
himself.
Okay, I'm gathering.
Yeah.
But two, what are we doing? Why are we doing that? And why did we pick Tim?
You know what's funny
Timmy.
is, okay, I know why they picked Timmy, because I remember like when Timothée Chalamet started getting all this hype and stuff, I swear to God it was like a thing that people were saying like he needs to play like Willy Wonka or like some sort of like thing like that. I remember people saying that.
I don't even
we
really
gave him
like
a little
too
much confidence. A little too much confidence in it.
I don't even really love his acting that much. Like,
what was his big break again? What the fuck was
Well,
he
Call
in?
Me by Your Name. Right?
Not that though. There was something else he was in more recently.
Yeah.
Am I crazy? What the
Dune?
fuck? No.
That was someone else. That's not him.
I don't know. Maybe I'm like going crazy.
No. There's another huge
While
one.
you figure that out,
Dune. Little Women. Little Women was his big one. Beautiful Boy, Dune. These are his big ones. Interstellar. Well, he was barely in it.
Okay, maybe it was Dune.
Was Zendaya?
Lady Bird. Don't look up.
Little Women is like what put him on.
I didn't watch any of these.
Oh.
Fun fact.
That's.
Oh, Hot Summer Night. Oh, that wasn't his big break though, but I remember that one.
It would be at the top.
Why do I feel like he was in something else? I don't know why I'm going crazy. I guess not. Whatever. Anyways, the thing though for G&T this week is, like we said, Kylie Jenner and Timothée Chalamet, videos everywhere of them making out at Beyonce's Renaissance tour last night in LA. Yeah, like, okay, so it was like obviously rumored that they were dating and everything, and like it like press confirmed and stuff, but there were like never like any like solidified like photos that got out. And then I think recently like one very vague photo of them got out, but then last night there's photos and videos of them making out from every fucking
it's also hilarious
angle.
if you look at Kylie Jenner's exes and then you look at Timothée Chalamet.
Girl, needed to listen.
Well, Kendall's doing the same thing. She's dating the opposite of her old type.
So true.
Like, no more rappers, no more basketball players.
I will say, Kendall's dating Bad Bunny.
Yeah. Kylie used to always date the rappers.
Oh,
and Kendall only dated basketball players.
Listen, all I'm saying is that,
duh.
Like, my girl Kylie, she's probably getting that good white boy dick.
Oh,
Scrawny white boy dick.
Kylie figured it out.
Kylie is figuring out where the internal G spot is. Like,
every girl in this lifetime, at some point in her life, figures it out. You know,
she will. Yeah, every girl needs to fuck around with a scrawny white man.
Scrawny white guy that has like 4 strands of hair on his head has a horse cock.
Gigantic cock.
Can you believe it? No, but it's happening.
This is not exclusive to Timothée Salamander. Okay,
no.
Like, what is up with this frail, skinny white boys? Just like, and not only do they have a horse cock, they could fucking lay it down.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God.
They will teach you a few fucking things.
Yeah.
While they're at it.
They're gonna teach you a few things.
While they're fucking at
Jesus
it. And then
Christ.
They're probably gonna make you feel like shit after.
And then they're gonna leave you.
Trauma.
And you are going to be
experienced
hung
trauma.
up on a 3 for a year.
Yeah. And when people around you are confused, little do they know about the dick.
Yeah.
About the scrawny white boy dick.
There's no better way to put it. Like,
just play them this clip and then they'll get it.
Yeah. Just, like, what is going on?
I don't know. But I remember the first time I figured that out. I've never been the same since.
No. Never been the same.
You're picturing like these 6'5" big ass dudes, like usually fucking Pound Town, fucking porn star.
I'm telling you,
bruh,
I'm telling you, the hotter guys that I have like slept with
suck.
Don't have the greatest dick.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Like, it's the guys that are a little too confident that don't have the good dick. Like, the scrawny white boy who's like hella humble, like, they're laying it down.
Mm-hmm. I also feel like the less like
maybe that's what
obviously
right
horny. Yes, and the less like obviously horny a guy is, the better he is.
Yeah.
At, like, fucking.
If he's like a little like awkward, a little weird,
he will rock your world.
He will. Oh my God, he will clap your cheeks.
The neighbors will be
purple.
Complaining.
Yeah.
Till they're purple.
Till they're purple,
anyway,
not red, babe.
I remember the other night when we were out, I said to one of Big Jean's work-based friends, I was like, we need to get you some new cheeks. Because the boys always say that.
To who?
And you were like, Lily, what the fuck did you just say? And I was like, we got to get him some new cheeks, some new booty cheeks.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It means
I do remember that.
That's what Workbay says. Like,
oh, I also did bring Big Jeans into the bathroom for a sneaky little hookup for 2 seconds.
That's Christina's favorite fucking thing to do.
I think I definitely have a kink for like
public,
not public hooking up, but public private.
Well,
you know?
Public
like that
private,
was like in a public
bathroom,
space,
dressing room
like
situation.
Yes. Like,
yeah,
because it's like, it feels like a little scandalous, and like it's like also like taking them away from like their friends to go like fuck around for a sec. Like,
yeah,
I've done that so many times with different men.
I've only done that with Workbay when it was just us, but I would love to do that on a group night out.
You need, oh my God, hot. No, you should have done it after I told you, because I came out of that bathroom, I sat back down with Lily and I started giggling.
I was in the middle of a serious conversation. And Christina, we're doing it again, by the way. We're at 40 minutes and haven't started the fucking episode. When she comes and sits down, I'm in the middle of a serious conversation and she's just like, hee. And I'm like, I look at her and I go, we don't want to know what you just did. No one wants to know. And she was like,
guess what? I told him anyway.
I was like, Christina, don't say what you just did. I continue my conversation. She goes, I made out with in the bathroom. I was like, oh, sorry. Sorry. Fuck.
It's okay.
Fuck.
A bleep with a. So I don't know if you ever realized in our episodes. So, you know, on like American Idol, whenever they start.
Yeah, you do the gin and toxic thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I know it.
All right. the all-awaited Navigating Your 20s episode that we were supposed to do last week. We are so sorry.
And we are barely doing this week because we're already at 40 minutes
already 40 minutes in. It's fine. It's fine. I think some people like the longer episodes. Sometimes they don't.
Oh, most of you guys do.
Yeah.
No, I know.
Yeah.
It's still funny that we
if the episode's like a little too close to an hour, I'm like,
yeah.
Like, I feel like I need like an hour 30 is the sweet spot.
Yeah. Or like an hour 20, hour 15.
Yeah, I feel like this will be good because like we're 45 minutes in right now. Another like 45, whatever. That brings you to like about an hour and a half up, hour 20. 45 for the regular shift, 45 for the actual fucking topic.
God forbid.
God forbid we talk about the topic. All right, navigating your 20s like a pro. We're going to be talking about career things, friends, love, life, all that stuff.
All of it, baby.
Yeah, keep in mind, we're literally 24. We're not even fully through our 20s. We'll have to run this episode back when we get to like 30s.
It's crazy that we're at 24 and how the different stages of your 20s, like I really feel like I'm in my mid-20s right now. Yeah. Like I've just gotten to the point where I don't feel like I'm in my early 20s anymore. And I feel like that really is on your 24th birthday. Yeah. Like you just, from 20 to 23, you are a different person from the age of 20 to 23.
Yeah.
It's so fucking crazy.
Oh my God, 100%.
Oh my God. I've never grown so much in a period of time than I have in those years.
You ever see those like TikToks about, what's it called? The girls that'll be like, what was your most traumatizing relationship and why were you in it when you were 19? Run from the 19-year-old not the boyfriend
from
that's
the boyfriend
19.
You're dating at that age.
From the boyfriend you were dating at 19. Maybe he is 19. I don't know. Run.
Even if he's like a nice guy, he's not for you.
You need to get rid of him because we're about to teach you when you turn 20 how to navigate the 20s like a pro.
Yes.
Anyways, all right. So the first things first is that obviously there's just like an insane amount of pressure to like figure it out in your 20s. Mm-hmm. I feel like early 20s too, even like when you graduate high school, like
what do you go to college for? What do you want to be? I'm 12, so
and this is everybody from all over the globe listens to this show, but more specifically with the American like school system, the way they're like figure your life out by 18 and have it together by 20 is crazy. There's just like an insane amount of pressure to just like, you know, figure out like, you know, your career, your friends, your relationship, your home, your this and that and blah, 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 like all of this crazy shit. But obviously, as you know, we're saying it's very unrealistic. And honestly, a lot of people in their 20s do not have their shit together, like at all. Mid to late 20s, like people do not have their shit together. I feel like I still don't have my shit together. I feel like if anything, I'm starting to get a few things together, but I feel like there's like this huge pressure to just like fucking have it together before you reach the mid 20s. Yeah. It's unrealistic.
When like, I feel like it's really in your early 20s, you learn the tools to then get to your mid 20s to then kind of start to get it together. It's like you don't start getting it together in your early 20s. It's more like your mid 20s. Not at
all. But I think there's like, I feel like a lot of that comes from obviously like the people that go to like college and you graduate college at 21 and then all of a sudden it's like, okay, into the real world, have my shit together. And it's like, it's not real.
Yeah.
But obviously we probably won't be able to get your entire life together through this episode, but we're going to try and give you some pointers and some tips of how to navigate it a little bit and make things a little bit easier, you know, with finding yourself in your 20s. So personal experiences first, I feel like are important. So for me, like the reason that this episode I felt like is very significant to me is because like I said before, I feel like I've only recently started to get my shit together.
Literally same.
Yeah. And
literally.
You know what's like, I had like a really deep conversation with Paige about all of this stuff because both me and Paige are in this, we're kind of in it together right now where it's like, me and her started doing social media at such a young age, and it's like we always had the career together, if you will. Like, you know, from like when we were fucking like 14 to now, like we've had it like together, air quotes, if you're only listening.
No, yeah, like financially field. And career-wise compared to other kids your age. Compared to other kids.
But both of us have found, and like I've found really that like going into my mid-20s, like what I've been doing with like social media and just all this stuff has just become insanely like soulful, unfulfilling, basically. Not that like I hate social media and I don't want to continue doing it, because I do, but I feel like I just need to pivot and do something that really like fulfills like who I am. And like also like this job is like such a temporary job too, so I don't know, I like took a really big step back. And like I even texted in the group chat today like with you and Hannah saying that like I've done like an insane amount of reflecting the past 3 months on my life and like in the way in which I wanted to go. And a lot of that was because it was like things that I kind of knew like I wanted to like do, or things I pushed aside, but I was in like a really bad relationship that like took a toll on like my overall being. So once I was finally like out of that and able to like fully focus on myself, it was like some sort of like light bulb, just like I don't know what it is, because I've been in relationships and gone through breakups, but this time it's not necessarily maybe the breakup. I think the breakup might have been the catalyst for this, only because I had never been in a super bad narcissistic relationship. So it was almost like the first time that I got out of a relationship and was like, I really need to do me. So I started having like all these like revelations basically over like the last 3 months, realizing that, you know, I really want to like pivot in my life and my career and just make a lot of like changes. And it's like Paige like put this like very like perfectly, and I haven't stopped thinking about it, so shout out to Paige, because like I said, she's in the same boat as me. If you guys don't know, Paige is in Positano right now cooking with like this chef. Like she's finding her purpose too, because we're both on the same thing. I stay back in New York to do my life coaching stuff. She went there to find her purpose with the cooking and culinary and whatnot outside of doing social media. But she had this conversation with her friends where she said, and I felt it to my fucking core, where she was like, I feel like I'm in this really weird place because like I feel like I'm so behind in comparison to all of my friends. Like I'm like unfulfilled. I don't have it together. I don't know what I want to do.
That you guys would say that.
And that's the thing, is that I think Jenny, she said, was the one that told her this, or somebody told her this, which like I said, rocked my fucking world, where one of her friends was like, you feel very behind right now compared to the rest of your friends, but you were the one that was always ahead of everybody for years. So just because you're falling, you know, behind right now because you want to make a pivot in your life, you want to make a career change, you're going to be behind for a little bit, but you have always been so far ahead, and that's like not something that you should like overlook.
Yeah.
That shit rocked my world when me and Paige were talking about that, because that's exactly how I feel. I feel like all my friends are kind of like starting to like get it together, get like careers and do this and that. And then all of a sudden I'm here at 24 being like, holy shit, like I need to do something new. Like I can't do what I've been doing for years. And then obviously with me deciding to go back to school, like while all my friends are like graduated and doing shit and everything, and I'm just like back in school like day one sort of thing, it makes me feel like I'm like so behind. But like, you know, like Jenny said and like your friend said, we've always been one step ahead. So it's like this weird like imbalance that like I haven't felt, she hasn't felt too, in like a very long time. But you know, basically like that's kind of like my like personal experience with like, you know, the navigating and stuff. So I'm still navigating it. But I've had a lot more like peace recently with like, this is exactly how things are supposed to be. Yep. And especially too, because like we're talking about, you're not really gonna have your shit together in your early, you know, into mid 20s anyway. So I'm like, every day, like when I start freaking out about like not having it together or like being quote unquote behind, I just like have to remind myself like, you're not behind, you're 24, you're young, you're getting it together. Like all is good.
Yeah.
All's good in the hood. So yeah, that's basically like what my personal experience with like, you know, the quote unquote navigating the 20s and going through the motions is. So
I feel like the common theme too, that like you're like, there's this common theme of like transitioning from your early 20s to your mid 20s of a lot of like feeling uncomfortable. So whether that's like letting go of like old friendships, or like our friend Hannah's going through something now where she's having to like start fresh in a new city and make new friends. So like that uncomfortable feeling of having to like make new friends or leave a long-term relationship or start dating, getting on dating apps for the first times, or career changes is a big one, at least for me and like my friends.
Yeah.
But like a lot of themes going from your early 20s to your mid 20s is just like uncomfortable change. But I also think in times where I'm feeling uncomfortable and like things are changing, that's always like a good thing though. So like even if you're feeling behind, like you are like starting your career over, or you're getting out of a really long-term relationship at the age of 24 when all your other friends are like starting to maybe think about getting married in 2 years, like that's a good thing though, because it just means like when things are changing, it's good.
No, absolutely. Sure. So I don't know what's like, you know, how are you feeling?
Yeah,
I mean, a new job. So
yes,
like
I a lot of my growth stuff in my 20s has definitely been like career wise, because I was in a very different position than Christina. Obviously, your whole like life is very not ordinary
situation.
Yeah. I feel like I have a more like standard experience. When I was in high school, it was very much like you graduate high school, you go to college for 4 years, and then you start like a normal 9-to-5 job. So when I was in high school, I was supposed to go to criminal justice school, which is crazy, and then I ended up changing.
Were you gonna go to John Jay?
No, I looked into it. I was supposed to go to Fredonia University.
I don't know what that is.
It's by Buffalo.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, thank God.
I was going to go to John Jay, though. I know, right?
I know John Jay is like one of like the biggest, and Emily wanted to go to John Jay for like the longest time. So like,
dude,
I always
you guys,
that school with her.
I didn't actually want to do that. I don't know. Like, I didn't know that there was even like an option to, and I was like so into social media and like YouTube and like stuff like that, but never did it even cross my brain. Like, you can do that. Yeah. You can, you know, my whole thing in high school, I was always known as the girl with like the outfits and the fashion and the fucking like dressing like so extra. That was always my thing. But like, I never thought my love for fashion could be like work. Like I just never correlated, because when you're from a small town, like your brain doesn't work that way. It's just like, that's not a career option. So whatever. Yeah. Went to FIT though. Figured out my way to New York somehow, knew I wanted to pursue fashion, but that's such a vague like umbrella. So, you know, you come to New York or like a big city, think you're going to do one thing, and then you always end up doing like something fucking random. But a lot of like my FIT experience was just kind of like figuring it out and networking. But like, you know, at 18, I thought I knew what I wanted to be, and like I was going to be this and whatever. I wanted to be a wardrobe stylist. So that's what I've done for a really long time. But at the same time, I've had to like hustle and have like 3 serving jobs, a nannying job, like this and that. So I've just been like hustling while like freelance trying to make it. And like along the way have just like gotten beaten down by like getting laid off, or, you know, not getting enough work and having to like get another serving job or just like whatever. So that was like a lot of like my years from like 19 to like 22 was just like just getting by and like figuring out what I want to do. And then you kind of get your first like big girl job. And I think that happened to me at 23. And then I got laid off of that. And then the past year has been me once again like freelancing and trying to figure out what I want to do. But I don't know. It's just a strange one, because like you think when I first came here at 18, I was like, oh, by 22, I'm going to like be fine. I'll be like working full time and like be totally fine. But some people don't get their dream job till they're like 30, or like even like the type of job they want. Or I had to figure out what it is I wanted to do long term. And I realized, like, kind of like you with social media, you were like, long term, like it's been great and been paying the bills, but it's not what I want to do. Yeah. And that's how I was with styling. Like I was just like, this is great for right now, but like long term, it's not sustainable, at least for me. Like it's a lot of like traveling and craziness and like 15-hour days and just like torturous kind of like labor situations where I was like, I don't want to do this like long term. And it's also like wasn't like super fulfilling anymore, which is the same with like social media. Yeah. So I think I wanted to find something that felt more like, that becomes more of an important thing as you enter your mid-20s. You want to like feel fulfilled. So I just figured out that I love like working directly with talent and like helping talent in any way that I can, whether it was like influencer stuff or like social media relations or like booking. So now I work for a modeling agency and I am loving it, like doing social media and like booking talent. But like obviously this probably won't be where I work forever, so it's like still navigating, but like definitely feel like I've gotten so much closer to like what I am gonna end up doing. So I mean, it's just like a lot of discomfort and like career changes, and like as long as you're open-minded to trying different things, I think that's really important. Yeah, 100%. In your early 20s, like do every internship you can. Yeah. Like for real.
Like that was like 10 minutes of like deep from us.
Yeah, but like I had to like career-wise, it's so I didn't even get into everything, but it's like we're so all over the place because of the industry that me and you are in. It's like weird. Like you have so many weird experiences.
That's like I always tell people like too, like with social media, the one thing that like I always hated too was like 1 month you can make so much money, the next month you could make absolutely nothing.
Yeah, like that was freelance life as well.
Exactly. So
it's insane. And also like your priorities change as you enter your mid-20s. Like for me, I was like, yes, being on these glamorous sets is amazing, and like I used to think that was the most important thing, like being at the coolest job I could and like be working with the coolest people. And then I was like, that's not what's important. I need stability, and like I need to be able to like travel and like live my life, and like it's not all about work and like that whole like grind culture that we put on ourselves
I hate it.
Yeah, like I don't know, there's this hustle culture that started with like 18-year-olds now. It's like I think it started because of like young YouTubers blowing up.
Yeah.
And like having these like crazy experiences by the age of like 20, but it's like that's so unrealistic. And your priorities just changed. Like I just didn't care about being on a Vogue set as much as I did. I was like, I'd rather not work 20-hour days, but I'm good. Like,
I know. The people that like, I'm like, you want to like grind and like do your shit. Like obviously that's amazing. Obviously,
yes. But don't throw like, everything else out the door. Because I didn't have any time to hang out.
And also like I hate the people that like post like just aggressive things about grind culture.
Yes.
Just like side note, but
the people that every day have to post in their story that they were up at 5 a.m. It's
like,
cool. Well, I'm sure you're crashing by 2 because if you're up late, like what the fuck? Like
I don't even know. But all right, so that's kind of like our background. So we broke it down into a few categories: career, friends, love, and just like general life things. So this is more so where like pointers. I feel like just pointers come in basically. So we're going to start with career, which we've obviously been talking a lot about, and I think me and Lily have made the most significant pivots in our early to mid 20s in the career field. So number 1, some people go to college, others don't. You don't need it to succeed. Yeah, you do not. We are a perfect example of that too.
Depending on what you want to do. Obviously, there's some things that like you can't even get the job without a degree, but if it's anything creative, like some people, you know, I think you should have some kind of job if you don't come from like money or have any savings. Like you have to have a job to fund that dream.
Yeah.
So if maybe you want to go to school to to have like a safety mat, some people are like, I'm just going to get a teaching degree so that if all else fails, I have something. Yeah. Like I think that's maybe a good mindset, especially if you have nothing to like fall back on. But like if your real dream is to like be a creative of some sort or like start some kind of like business, if you want to be an entrepreneur, you don't have to go to school. You can just go for it and do something on the side to fund it.
Also, I feel like one thing that like isn't talked about enough too is all these like technical schools and vocational schools. There's so many other options other than college. College is amazing. Obviously, we went to college. I really loved my time at FIT.
Yeah, me too.
But like there are so many other options too. Like
certifications and like
I'm going back to school to get a certification. I'm not going back to college. So yeah, there's just all these other options. So
FIT, just so you know, does have certification courses. You can become a wardrobe stylist with a certification at FIT.
Really?
You don't need to have a certification to dress people, but if you know nothing and you can't land an internship, they have a lot of like certificate programs, and a lot of colleges do now, especially if you like have a community college near you that has like some kind of arts program. They usually have certificate programs that you can look into.
Yeah. Okay, next, the job that you have going into your 20s probably won't be your long-term job. You're going to pivot. You're going to jump around a ton. You know, don't get too hung up on it. Don't freak out. You're probably going to have like 101 jobs before you land on the job.
Yeah.
You know?
Or like it's something like you think you want to be a photographer, but then you end up doing like production. Like it's just something else on set that ends up like catching your eye. Like
exactly. That like you could like progress and move forward and everything. Also, this next one, the job market sucks right now.
Yeah.
Everyone's really struggling. It's not just you. I feel like so many people right now are so discouraged because like the job market is so shit. I mean,
both me and Hannah were just fucked in this year. And it's funny, like I literally had a call with a recruiter a few months ago and was like, she asked me, she's like, were you part of did you work for like a beauty company? And I was like, yeah. And she's like, were you part of the February layoffs? And I was like, oh yeah, I didn't even know that was a thing. Yeah. So everyone's just like going through it.
Yeah, exactly. Finding the work-life balance, like your work-life balance, you know, obviously you want like a good career. You can put your all into your career, but kind of, once again, going back to that grind culture, don't make it your entire goddamn life. You need to be a person too.
Yeah.
And you need time like for yourself. And then also don't compare yourself to other people's careers. Like, you know, obviously that's like something, like I said, like I was doing that. I'm like, oh my God, all my friends are so ahead of me now. And all of a sudden I'm going back to school. Like, don't compare yourself to others in the job field, career field, in general too.
It's also so silly that someone's job can sound, this happens a lot in fashion, it can sound so glamorous. Yeah. They are making nothing. You will make more as a server than you will working for like luxury fashion brands. It's fucking nuts.
You know, I have so many friends that work in luxury fashion.
Yeah.
Not a single one of them, I don't even know how much all of them make. I think the one that makes like the quote unquote most amount of money makes like 75 or 80 a year.
Yeah.
But like for like the position at those high end freaking luxury brands, like that sounds like really good in New York City. Like it's not the most sustainable. Like
no,
but it's like,
wait, how much you say they're making under 100,000?
Under 80.
Yeah, no, that's you guys.
For New
that's
York
fucking
City,
nuts.
for like for like Manhattan and like for the lifestyle, like it's not that much when you like, you know, other places that's a fucking dream come true.
Yeah, starting salary.
Yeah, and whatnot. But no, these people are like,
if you think about like working for Chanel PR, like wouldn't you be like, oh my God, they probably make like
at least
300 and like something crazy. Like they make like 70K. Yeah, no. Like it's crazy.
One of my friends works like a really like high up job at a luxury fashion brand, and I believe the last time I heard she makes like under like 55. Yep. I'll tell you who after.
That's why I don't work in luxury fashion anymore.
It's crazy. Mama. So never compare yourself to other people's, like, you know, what they have going on with their jobs and stuff. Just do your own thing. Friends. I feel like this is kind of a biggie. I feel like we get so many DMs from people being like navigating friendships and like all this stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've gotten real good at this, I will say. I'm just like really, really like blunt and honest these days with people. I'm not going to hang out with you if I don't want to hang out with you. Like, I feel like that's kind of where you get when you're like at this age.
No, 100%. Like, so number one is keep your circle small.
Yeah, I'm going to do that.
This isn't like one of those like fucking like the one of those like stupid ass posts you see that it's like, yo, I keep my circle small. Like, it's like, that's the best way to like describe it word wise. But it's like, here's the thing. You can be nice to everybody. You can be friends with people. But like, as for like your core friends and like who you're like sharing your shit with,
who you're
smaller.
Hence that. Who you're sharing your shit with. Yeah. Be careful.
Yeah. You're going to realize like as you get older, like there's only going to be like a handful of people, not even, that like truly know you and are truly by your side. You know, obviously you have like acquaintances and this and that. And you're nice
of course. I have like 100 friends in New York, but I have like 5 actual.
Yeah, no, friends. Exactly. But like your core people will be your core people like for the rest of your life. Keep it small. If you don't have a million friends, it's for the better. You don't need them.
And you don't want to get too many people in your business because like sometimes when you're going through something or like let's say like you become friends with all your boyfriend's friends, like whatever, and then you guys go through a breakup, you just don't want like too many people in your business or sharing too much stuff. Like I just feel like keeping it small is just better. Like you're just like protecting yourself too and like protecting your energy and not like giving too much away to people that don't even know you.
No, like, 100%. Surround yourself with like-minded people. This is more so, this is not like, oh, like if you're in the grind culture, you need to associate with only like entrepreneurs and whatever. This is just because like people's negative emotions and negative energy affects your energy.
Yeah.
Don't be friends with the negative Nancy. Like you can't like, if you are trying to like progress in your life and like keep a happy, positive attitude and you have a friend who's just so negative all the time, not what?
I cut someone off this year that was so negative.
Really?
Can I say his name and cut it out?
Yeah. Oh
my God. This one friend, just like everything in my life, it was just like, he would somehow, like I'd be catching him up about my life and it would just somehow get turned. So everything would be negative.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I don't like him. You shouldn't date him. Oh, that job sounds like whack. Like just everything. It's like we had like a lot in common on paper, but like his overall outlook on life, I was like, what?
Yeah. No, like, exactly. It's just like those like, you don't want the negative. what's it called? Catherine was telling us about this, like the exchange of energy between like relationships, friends wise and lovers wise. Like you don't want to be like around that, you know, you just need to be around like generally positive people. You know, obviously everybody has their like moments and everybody has their like down days and, you know, their mental health shit. But you just don't, like you said, like the person that's always going to like make things like into a negative thing. That was, I told you.
Or make it about them. Or
I told you one of the things that, I mean, not about a friend, but still kind of applies with my ex, how he would always just immediately turn everything down, be so negative about everything for no fucking reason.
Oh, I really want to go to this restaurant. Oh, I heard the wait is always like 2 hours long.
Yeah,
like,
I heard the food is mid.
Like, yeah, like just those people.
Oh my God. Yeah.
And like you can hang out with people that are very different from you, like people who have completely different careers or different places in their lives, like whatever. But it's all about like their general energy. It's not about like your actual like fundamental differences. It's just about the energy they bring when you're hanging out and like how they make you feel when you leave.
Yes, how they make you feel when you leave. Do you feel uplifted or do you feel absolutely drained?
Yeah.
Huge
You
difference.
should never feel drained.
No.
After. And like sometimes my friends are going through things like there were some times when Christina was dating her ex, like I didn't really like him. Like we weren't hanging out as much because like I was a little drained hearing about him sometimes. And like sometimes if you're friends in like a really toxic relationship or something, like you don't force yourself to like hang out with them. Like not you, but
no, I know you mean though.
I'm thinking of a lot of people right now. Like
no, 100%. This next one I feel very passionately about actually. Keep in touch, but just because you don't talk for a while doesn't mean like, you know, you aren't friends. This I mean in the sense that like I was more so thinking about like my hometown best friend with this, Emily. I love her so much. But like you'll start to realize more in your 20s that like everybody's busy. Everybody has like their own shit going on. And just because you don't talk to someone for a sec doesn't mean that like they don't like you anymore. Like me and Emily, she's one of my best friends. We do not talk on a daily basis. We don't even talk on a weekly basis. But whenever we see each other, we like kiki, we catch up.
I talk to my hometown best friend like maybe once a month.
Yeah,
I'm not kidding. Like maybe
like,
once every 2 months.
That's still like your like hometown like bestie basically. It's just like
and she'll be at my wedding, but we talk once every 2 months.
No, exactly. It's just because like everybody like just starts like especially when you get into the mid-20s, everybody just like has shit to do, and it's never places. Like it's like never personal is what I should say.
No,
it's usually never personal.
Also other friends like align better. Like let's say you're in a huge going out era, like you're only gonna really see the people that are like going out to bar. Like you're not gonna see your yoga bestie. Like it's not happening. Like,
exactly.
Depends
like,
what era you're in.
Yeah, people are just like doing different things. It's like 99% of the time it is not personal.
Yeah.
And then the last thing is friendship breakups happen. Let it happen. So many people come in and out of your life in your 20s. And also I see a lot of this like, you know, in high school, this and that, like 20s, this, that. Like don't try to like hold on. If you're meant to be friends with someone or you're meant to be with someone in general, like they will come back around kind of like Hannah and Iman.
Yes.
Like literally like we like had a falling out with them. We let it happen. And then a few months down the line, we were like, you know what? Those were our people.
Yeah.
Bring them back. Like,
bring them back immediately.
Like, but like, you know, like you're gonna just have so many like friendship breakups with people that you fall out with and stuff like, and that's why we're saying like, you know, also keep the like circle small. You're gonna end up coming out of your 20s but only like a few really good friends, and that's all you really need. That's truly 100%. Yeah.
Also, like sometimes it's not a friendship breakup. Sometimes you just like sometimes nothing needs to be said, mama. Like just fade apart. Like 100%. Sometimes obviously if someone's like, why won't you hang out with me? Like if it needs to be confronted, it needs to be confronted. There's a nice way to say things. But like I find I've just distanced myself from people. Like just keep saying no and they'll go away.
Just protect your peace.
Good God, some people are like fucking fly zone. I'm like trying to swat them. I'm like, do you not get the fucking hint? Like I don't.
Yeah, I mean that's like some people like just simply like. I don't know if this is on here, but like you just gotta be blunt with some people. Like,
no, that's where I'm at now in my life. Is like I'm just blunt. Like I'm just like, you know, I love to hang out. My life is crazy right now. I will reach out.
Yeah,
if I'm ever free.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, please don't reach out to me.
Okay, I love this one. I love because I am a crazy bitch.
Oh.
And I've been through so many phases in my love journey.
Dude, you have. Holy fuck.
Me and my life coach talked about this like earlier because we were saying, she was like, when we like started working together, I was fucking like boy crazy in the sense where like I just could not get over shit, and like in the way that like if something happened with a guy, I was waiting for text back or this that, it like debilitated rocked my you, dude. World.
You would like thank God you didn't have a real job. Let's just say that. You would have been calling out sick. You would have lost your job. I think I said that a few times, like during your breakup with like Martine or whatever. I was just like, that's a good thing she's an influencer. Yeah. Like this, it would not work in the real world.
Oh my God. I don't know why. That shit like rocked my world. Like,
it's such a common thing with women though, I think. Yeah. Like, it's like almost like that everybody goes through a little girl like, kind of feel like it's just like your boy crazy.
Yeah. And also like I was in like a relationship from when I was 16 to 20. And then so my early 20s was like like everything that you know girls do with being like boy crazy and stuff like in like late high school and everything. I didn't experience that. I experienced like
yeah that makes so much sense.
Regardless though, I was crazy.
I used to just like throw out anything in my relationship with before work bae. Anything that like I wanted to do on the weekend, I would just throw it out the door. Yeah, like, we can do whatever you want. But I did whatever he wanted. I did whatever he wanted, and like now I would never do that in this relationship.
Yeah, 100%.
Now I'm like, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, no,
we're not going out. Yeah, it's not happening.
Yeah, like whatever. Like you make some sacrifices for your person. Yes, like still.
But I'm not like changing my interests.
No. Oh my God, no.
I don't really want to go out till 7 a.m. I'm good.
I'm okay.
I'm like kind of trying to be my wellness era right now. Yeah, like I'm good.
Anyways, so number one, a lot of these are like obvious ones, but like running them home. Do not accept less than what you deserve.
Sounds simple, but
sounds so simple.
Seems like I had a really hard time with that.
I know, like you will go down a fucking rabbit hole at some point. It really takes that one relationship for you to realize. For me, it was the most recent one.
Good Lord,
I'm
Christina.
Just like after that guy, after boy. Like, literally, some girl messaged me too and was like, thank God you guys only nicknamed him boy because that nickname was fucking pathetic.
It was
just
horrible.
Like he was.
Yeah.
I was like, period. No, this girl went off.
Period, queen. Yeah.
I gotta find it. Shout out to that girl. But no, like, do not accept less just because like you think like they'll change or like you like, well, you know, honestly, it ties into the second one, which is do not settle, because don't accept less than what you deserve because you're settling, like because you don't think you're gonna find someone else or something. Like I literally wrote down, you're still young as fuck. No need to settle on someone half-assed because you're worried that you quote unquote won't find someone else.
Let me tell you, you'll find someone else.
You will absolutely find someone else.
That's no longer like a concern of mine. I'm not like, I don't feel trapped in a relationship because I can't find some. I'm like,
I feel like so many girls.
That's a thing. Like that they get girls, like, we have to get past that.
They get this thing that like, they'll be like, oh my God, like I'll never find like this with like another person or this or that. Like literally like when I think it was like you or like a lot of people were like, okay, like what do you like genuinely like about like your like when I was dating my ex, and I was like,
oh my God,
he makes me like laugh like sometimes, like he's funny, like
but it makes me laugh sometimes.
Like you're gonna find another funny guy,
yeah.
Like, and I was like, oh, like he has a good job, which that was proven to be wrong, but whatever. But at the time, it's like you're gonna find another funny guy with a good job, like
yeah,
you know,
yeah, like seriously,
like, yeah, like no, like.
Even if you really, really like him, like, you know, in this lifetime, I do believe in soulmates to a point, but I do believe in like there's many.
I believe in multiple soulmates.
Yes, like I've literally, me and Workbae have had that conversation because I think I used to make some mean joke like no one will ever love you as much as me, like something like that. And then me and him had a conversation, and I was like, a lot of girls would love you, but like, don't let them. Like, you know,
that's what you.
It's more like, yeah, that's kind of more what I'm going for.
No, I believe in multiple soulmates, and I think that some of them, like, they come in and out of your life to, like, you know, teach you a lesson at different times, and then you know, you have multiple like good ones. You have like multiple soulmates that like, you know, a person that you're meant to be with, and then you have multiple soulmates that come into your life that you're with for a period of time to teach you a lesson, good or bad.
Yes,
you know, so. That's that. But anyways, that's a discussion on soulmates. We will be right back. The camera's flashing. I need to change the battery.
Oh, beep. Scary.
Okay, next. Date around a lot. Mm-hmm. You know, obviously some people aren't committed relationships in their 20s. That's fine. But.
Oh my God, but you think you know your type.
You don't.
Like, it's actually fucking crazy. Like, and it's crazy. It's to see Christina right now because like you're dating you're hanging out with fucking this man who you never would normally have like gone for. He's not
every
your type.
Single time I show a person a photo of this man.
Yeah, it's a jump scare.
Their jaws hit the floor.
It's fucking crazy. It'd be like if I started dating like a FIDI fucking like finance guy. You guys would be like, what the fuck is happening? Like,
I'd be like, he looks too clean.
Yeah, like, oh my God, Lily, he has to roll around some dirt and then tell him to come back. Like, what's happening? Like, oh my God, tell him to go like lick the floor of a club and then get back to me. Like, this isn't gonna work. Like, anyway,
his pants are too perfectly tailored.
Yeah, like you have to date around girls. Yes. Okay, I didn't know I liked Bushwick trash until recently. Can you believe it?
No, literally. You're going to learn.
For European men.
Literally. What?
I was going for European men. Little did I know.
Right. Little did we know that there's men in Bushwick questionable ones.
Porn stash.
You love porn. Yeah.
Give me the porn stash.
Very
Give me
New York.
The tattoos.
Very New York girl in her 20s.
Give me a vintage. Oh my God, it's a canon event, girls. If you live in New York City and you don't date any Bushwick trash, get the fuck out. Ugh. Love you, babe. I'm just calling my boyfriend Bushwick trash right now. Like, it's a canon of
yeah, but learn what you like and what you don't like. If your date fails, you take it as a lesson. I tell everybody this. Like, you go on dates, you meet people, you learn the shit that you like about them, the shit that you don't like, you take it into consideration. And also, with every failed date is a lesson. And you're just like, the way I always tell people this too is like, failed dates are story times. Like, they literally are. Perfect. You're gonna tell those stories in the future and you're gonna poke fun and you're gonna laugh hysterically about it. Like, just date around like a bunch, and you're gonna go on like 100 mediocre dates. You're gonna go on really great dates. You're gonna go on, really mediocre ones, and then you're gonna go on really horrible ones before you even land on one decent guy who you'll probably date for 6 months, and then meet another decent guy.
That'll ruin you.
Yeah, that'll ruin you, and then but fuck it, baby. That's a 20s experience.
Yeah.
You gotta do it. Yeah. Like, put yourself out there, do it.
And do it. Like,
yeah. And this I feel passionately about.
Oh my!
This goes out to the ones
God.
in situationships.
Oh my God, Christina!
Yeah,
say it.
You owe them
nothing. You don't owe him shit.
Nothing until you are official. Until he says, "Will you be my girlfriend? Will you be my boyfriend? Whatever. Will you date me?"
Yep.
You are dating around until it is exclusive.
And don't even think about being like really nice to him until he fucking posts you and has you meet his mother. Period.
We got one of those down.
One down, one to go. Girls. Everyone goes to look at Workbay's Instagram. It's a fucking problem. It's a problem.
Been discussed over the past 2 weeks.
And once he does it, we'll do a whole breakdown of it.
But this shit, you owe them nothing until it is official, exclusive, whatever. Date around until it is official. Like,
especially, I'm just gonna say it. Especially as a woman.
Yeah.
Especially as a woman. Now, if you are a man and you like a girl, don't you dare go fuck anyone else. I swear to fucking God.
The double standard.
You fucking whore. How dare you?
We should like remove.
Man whore.
We should like, like the G&T bio. It's like the messy like lives of like two 20-year girls. Imagine like we
two
just
sexist women.
Toxic. Two sexist women talking. Two sexist women
giving terrible advice.
About, like, that are passionate about the double standard.
Yeah.
In a not progressive way.
Absolutely backwards.
In a backwards.
Swear to God, if you like a girl and you fuck someone else, I will fucking kill you. Okay? Girls, I need you to fuck 6 men in between the first and second date. Yeah. Just to prove a point.
Well, this is like literally like, I told you guys, like, I
was so aggressive.
Like, I really liked, big jeans. Still like them. But I like even like actually even before when I first saw him and like started liking him, I went on like fucking 4 dates that week. Like whatever. And then I was just like not really dating around, whatever.
We'll cut up. Now we're back.
Yeah.
Now we're going on a date with a therapist.
Yeah. So like he told me like right away, like, when I brought up the thing the other week, he's like, no, we're not exclusive. I was like, okay.
Message?
Went on a date.
Received.
Yeah. Message received. I'm going out, like doing shit. Like also too, like I feel this is going to sound like, I don't know how the people are going to perceive this, but whatever. We're going to throw it out there. I feel like if you really like a guy and you confront them and they're like, no, we're not exclusive, blah, blah, whatever. And, you know, you're still like, oh, maybe like he'll change his mind. So like, I'm just going to wait for him, whatever. No. Go out.
Oh my God.
Make yourself unavailable to a man. Make yourself available to everybody.
Borderline
else.
end things.
Yeah. Be like, okay, well.
Borderline tell him he's never seeing you again.
And then go date 100 other people.
And then one night just be like, I want to grab a drink.
Yeah. You don't even have to. I feel like.
No. Don't ever talk to him again.
Once the word gets around, and then never speak to him again.
No. I love that advice.
Take his credit card too. And his remote.
Yeah.
Last night. Anyways. I'm gonna like start like having like life coaching clients, and then they're gonna like listen to these episodes, and I'm gonna be like, take his wallet,
take his remote, hide his remote,
put
his remote in his like bathroom garbage can.
Yeah,
fuck him up.
Right. Anyways,
that's like so good.
Oh yeah, if you ever want to like piss someone off for like a day, take their remote and then just like return it the next day, or like hide the remote for one night. It will drive them nuts.
I actually feel like what you and him are doing though is like really good.
Yeah.
Because
I agree.
I just knowing him and how he is, like, because you guys are in the same friend group, I do think there needs to be more of a foundation built.
Yeah.
As like friends. Because like I'm just trying to think with me and Workbay, that's what we did. And the way we communicate is very different than with my ex. Like with my ex, we like fell in love right away and like just started dating. Yeah. And like we never figured out like how do we communicate, how are we as like friends.
Well, this is exactly like what we're saying. You date around and you date these people,
yeah, and you learn.
There's no such thing as a failed relationship.
Yeah, like I've learned to not jump into things.
Yeah.
Quickly. And it's like with Workbay, like I knew I liked him a lot, but yeah, like you did that so bad with your ex, and like maybe if you had given it 2 months and been like, let's see if he meshes with my friends, something that you didn't think was important and now you know is important. Like for a sustainable relationship, he has to at least like kind of mesh with your friends. It's like I think those things are important, and that's why when Big Jeans said that, I was like, I actually completely understand.
No, I get what he meant.
Yeah, that's, and you also like agreed. You were like, I'm not asking you to date.
I totally I agreed, and that's why he was like so fucking confused, because I was like, wait, no, I don't want you to be my boyfriend right now.
Yeah, I think
let you know that I like
fine.
you. Like, yeah, I don't know what happened that week.
I think that's also, again, this is something that's different when you're 19 and you get into a relationship versus when you're 24. When you're 24, you're like, whoa. I need to make sure that like this works. Like, do you even like my friends? Does your career are you like in a good place with your career? Like, are we going to be like financially stable together? Like, it's a completely different like, you know, can we afford to do the same thing? Like, it's a completely different thought process than just like, I like you, do you like me?
Yeah.
You want to like move in together like next week?
Yeah.
It could be really good. Like I did that like 3 times. It never worked out.
This bitch.
I really did. Like, did I not learn my fucking lesson? Oh my God.
She's I have feelings.
Like,
oh wait,
I did it again.
That's
not me realizing in real time that I just
But that's
wait a minute.
I'm not gonna lie. I did bring this up to Big Jeans the other day. I go, because we're talking and he asked when Workbay is gonna move out of your apartment, and I was like, I don't know. I think she said she's aiming for November, and I go, yeah, like they're doing good and everything, so like I'm not too concerned about it. Then again, she did do this with her last 2 exes.
But I will say with the other 2, it was bodied within the first like 3 weeks, so. It's only getting better.
I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I'm not gonna say I told you so, but I'm also gonna tell you I told you so. I knew you shouldn't have moved in with the last guy.
Oh, everyone knew. I also knew, Christina. Yeah. I also like kind of knew, but I was like, you know, it's either gonna make or break us. I'm sure it'll make us, right?
No. Oh my God. If you were having issues, that should be on here too. Oh my fucking God.
Moving in together don't fix shit. It just expedites the breakup process.
How, you know, you need to find a roommate. Like, you need to like pay, you know, you can't pay that much rent. You need a roommate, whatever. You can't live in your own. Not your boyfriend or girlfriend. Don't fucking do it.
It's also like, one thing if you have a 1 bed or something and they move in with you and like they can get out at any time. Like the issue with my ex was we like got a 1 bed together, signed a lease together. When we broke up, we had to live together for 5 months.
Yeah.
Broke it up. Like, ow! Like, right now, Workbay is just staying with me for a bit. And we haven't said this on the show, but he's been staying with me for a few months. So, like, at any time.
It all starts.
Literally, I know, bitch. Okay, it's going really fucking well though, guys.
That's what I said in January.
I never liked it. Oh my God, like it's going really well. Okay, like
I texted Seema this morning because I was on the subway. And I was just like looking out the window. I was so out of it this morning. And then like the thought of me and my ex making out popped into my mind.
Ew.
And then the thought of her and my ex making out popped into my mind. And I texted her and I was like, ew.
What are you doing?
She was like, yeah, I know. Ew. Like
what the fuck?
Anyways, let's move on to general life.
That was
stuff.
fun. Oh my God. Not me realizing that in real time. I did it with
all
my... Oh my God.
Well, that's why I brought it up to Big Jeans the other day when we were talking. And I was like, yeah, she did this with her last 2 boyfriends.
Oh,
we're on to the 3rd.
Thank you for that. It's true.
Am I wrong?
I want to keep them close. You're not going anywhere, baby. I want your fucking Big Jeans in my fucking closet, bitch. Like,
oh my God.
He has big jeans too, you know.
He also has a Super Mario World t-shirt that looks absolutely ridiculous.
Fuck yeah.
We love him for it.
I'm obsessed with that t-shirt.
Anyways, life things, okay? Experiment and learn.
That
We're
was
giggly.
so funny.
Giggly.
Oh.
Experiment and learn. Your 20s are crucial years for learning shit. If you are curious about something, do it. I will say, take this with a grain of salt when it comes to drugs and things that might kill you. But
depends what drugs. There, I said it.
Drugs.
DM me, girls. I'll help you. I'll keep you safe.
Said to me the other day, I was talking.
Don't do cocaine. It's trashy. Don't do that. I'm so embarrassed for you.
Who the fuck was I talking to the other day? That was like the 10th person who suggested microdosing on shrooms to me.
Okay, well.
Who the fuck was that?
Yeah, because everyone does it except you. Like, that's why all the smart people do it.
Who the fuck was I with? It was like somebody like so randomly like just brought it up to me, and I was like,
people you wouldn't expect,
and everybody else,
people who are sober or like you wouldn't expect at all, because it's not what you think.
No, I'm literally trying to think who the fuck I was speaking to. It was an in-person conversation with somebody in which I was like, oh my God, Lily and everybody, and it just has brought
like,
this up to me.
Grow up and do mushrooms. Like, I don't know. Well, it's funny because like I told Christina that even who doesn't even smoke weed or like do any drugs at all, like did mushrooms and loved it. And like our friend doesn't. Oh, I did beep.
It's fine.
Wait, oh fuck, beep both their names. They're gonna get so mad at me for saying that they did drugs. Sorry guys, I forget that people have like careers and things going on. We can't relate to that. So, but it's great and I highly recommend it.
Yeah, but anyways, with a grain of salt, do drugs. Other things, if you're curious about something, look it up, do it. Anything that comes to mind, you're like, Google it. Just learn shit.
Yeah.
Just random shit. Knowledge is power. You will never stop learning. Be selfish to be selfless, okay? Work on yourself. Be selfish. Do things for you. Say no.
Period.
Be okay with saying no. You cannot be selfless unless you were first selfish. Take care of yourself first. Oh, and then the next bullet was learn to say no. Learn to say no and prioritize yourself. This is something that I have dealt with a lot this year, learning to say no. I used to be such a yes man, and then over the past like few months, I've really like practiced like taking care of myself.
Bitch, I be saying fuck no all the time. I'm not doing that. I'm not going there. I'm not spending like, money on that.
Just like, even like in simple things too, like just random shit that I'm like, I do a lot to please my friends, which I love and I will continue to do. But there's also just times that I'm like, I don't feel like doing that, or I can't do this, like whatever. Just say no.
Say no, mama.
Say no to shit. Establish your boundaries. This is in friendship and love. Establish your boundaries. Don't just like don't let a significant other walk all over you. Don't let your friends walk all over you. Know where you lie with them, okay? Because you don't want boundaries blurred and all of this stuff. You don't want people taking advantage of you or,
getting too comfortable.
Yeah, exactly. Establish those boundaries, you know, friends, relationships, work, establish your work boundaries, all that stuff. Things end for the better good, for your better good, okay? Take time to appreciate the ending in your life. Don't sulk in them. And, you know, things end and they leave to welcome new things. I feel like you're going to have in your 20s, there are so many endings to things, big and small. You know, there's obviously like friendships and like relationship breakups and stuff. But there's so many other endings that like you need to learn to just like embrace letting things go to allow for other things to come in. You can't allow new things in unless you let go of some shit.
Yeah.
And your 20s are a crucial time for letting go. So allow it to happen. And then forgive yourself is the last thing. You're literally young. You're having fun. You're going to fuck up in so many ways.
I've embarrassed myself more times in the past year than ever in my life.
Yeah, you're going to embarrass yourself. You're going to say something wrong. You're going to fuck up. You're going to disappoint someone. You're going to make someone cry or make someone mad. It's fine.
It's all about learning from a mistake. Like, like, let's say even like you cheated on someone or you did something wrong at your job and like it got you fired. It's all just about like how you handle it from there rather than like the mistake that was actually made and just not doing it again.
Exactly. Yeah. If you just keep repeating the same mistakes, obviously, then you got to, you know, look yourself in the mirror and be like, what's going on? But with every mistake made or whatever, you learn from it, you grow from it.
Yeah.
And you move along.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's navigating your 20s.
And that's navigating your fucking 20s.
We'll do an update in like 5 years.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
See you then.
Yeah, we'll see you then. If this show is still going on, we'll do this show to the grave.
Yeah. Like I'm going to be in the nursing home.
My dad said to me the other day, actually, when I was talking about, you know, my life coaching practice and everything, my dad was like, you know, like when you start your practice and you start doing life coaching stuff, don't stop doing Gin and Toxic. And I was like, didn't plan on it. Yeah. But thank you for your support.
For me, it's just like coming to Christina's, having a Dr. Pepper and chatting. So.
Yeah. That's the life. Oh my God. You know what would taste so good with that Dr. Pepper? That vanilla syrup I just got.
So good. Vanilla. Yeah.
I'm about to have a mocktail after
Look what I found the other night at a deli.
What? Is it the cream soda Dr. Pepper?
You're not expecting it.
No.
Just know that you're not going to guess what it is.
I'm not going to give a...
Dr. Pepper cotton candy, everyone.
Did you buy
it? David was like, I feel like I need to buy this. I was like, I know.
Are you kidding me? Dr. Pepper related items you always buy.
We were losing our minds.
That's fucking nuts. I didn't even know that was a thing. Anyways, all right. Well, we hope you guys enjoyed that episode. We're going to move into gin and tips. This is the one from last week. And remember last week I gave Lily a choice. This week she's not getting a choice because this is the one that we didn't read last week.
Perf.
All right. DM from this girl. She said, help me, please. That. I go on vacation every year with my whole family and the same families every year. It's hard to explain, but basically we've been going on vacation with the same families plus my own for a while now. And in the past few years, I've developed a crush on this guy. We're going to call him Q.
I'm obsessed with this already. It's giving like...
The Summer I Turned Pretty. This is giving The Summer I Turned Pretty, okay? God. I've been obsessed with that show lately. I don't even want to talk about it right now, but it's giving that. Anyways, she said... So this year, I'm on the trip, and all of Q's cousins are telling me that he's super into me, and he really likes me, but he's just nervous to make a move. Ends up, at the end of the week, we kiss, and everything was great. We get home, and I text him trying to make plans to see each other again before the summer's over, since we only live a state away, and he's in Jersey, I'm in New York. And he said, I'm working a lot, but I'll let you know. And it's been a few days, and he still hasn't hit me up. Do I hit him up again, or do I just let it be because the ball is in his court? I feel like you're going to know my answer already. So does she hit up this guy? Balls in his court, is my opinion. She said, do I text him again or balls in his court? If you really want to send one more follow-up message, she said it's been a few days. Give it like 2 weeks.
Yes.
He still doesn't say. Honestly, though, if he still doesn't hit you up in 2 weeks, that's kind of telling of his character. If he said, I'll let you know. But if you really want to, you know, one more time, be like, hey, like, let's do something. You could do it in like, 2 weeks or so. In my opinion, though, I think ball is in his court. She was like, I hit him up. I want to set something up, saying that we should. He said, I'm working a lot, but I'll let you know.
Yeah, I think for now, ball's in his court. And I think like remain, obviously they're like friends, so like remain friends. If in like a month from now like you reply something to a story or like hit him up in like a more casual way, that's fine. But I think I wouldn't do that for like 3 to 4 weeks, to be honest. Like I would just like pretend like that didn't happen and then just move on and like go back to being friends.
Yeah, exactly.
Just to make it look like you don't care and like everything. Like so it's not awkward, like, if you have to see him again and like whatever. Yeah. Just like keep the friendship, but don't hit him up about like hanging out again.
Yeah, exactly. I would say. Yeah, 100%. But yeah, no, this is like kind of like I said, like with therapist guy, like he said he wanted to see me again. I said I wanted to see him again, but he hasn't hit me up in like
we all know it's his call.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. It is that person's call. That's also, I told you today when I was talking to you about big jeans, how I was like, you know, when he's like, I still want to see you this week. And I gave him the days that I was busy and I gave him the days that I was free. And I was like, you can let me know when you want to hang.
Yeah.
Balls in his court.
Yeah.
Period. Don't gotta do anything else. It's hard to like resist that urge to be like, hey, like, and to like tell yourself like, oh, like maybe they forgot and blah, blah, like balls in his court. You can do one more follow-up text if you absolutely want to.
Yeah, it is really telling because, like, if a guy really likes a girl, like, guys aren't gonna be shy to, like, ask you to hang out. Yeah. And I feel like, especially if you've hung out with a guy, like, 2 or 3 times, if you just know you're really vibing, you can, like, even make a joke to him and be like, you don't have to play it cool. Like, you can literally ask me to hang out, like, whenever type of thing. Like, once that's the vibe. But, like, he still should seem, like, eager. Yeah. Like, and, like, want to hang out.
There's this one guy, I actually didn't even, like, tell you this yet. But, well, you do know that I went on a date with this one guy who I knew through the dating show.
Right. I knew you were going to say that, yeah.
Him. Who has been, like, so eager to see me, whatever. But then I eventually hit him up, and I was like, hey, like, I don't really want anything, like, serious, whatever. Like, I'd be down to hang with you again, but, like, I'm, like, kind of all over the map. He texted me back so nicely and was like, oh, my God, so sorry. Like, didn't mean for it to come across that way. Right. I'm not really looking for anything either, blah, 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 whatever. Yeah. We didn't talk in a few weeks. He hit me up just the other day when I posted about San Gennaro, and he was like, I would love to go with you on one of the days. I replied, I said, let's do it.
Yeah, yeah.
And I know he's not going to forget, let me tell you. If a guy is really into you, he's not going to forget. He's going to make the plan.
Christina has a lot of guys that are really into her, so
that's why I'm not too concerned.
That's why we're not concerned.
Like, I'm working on myself. I'm doing career shit. I'm going back to school. And
I'm like at coffee shops looking at hot men like, I got a girl for you. Yeah. I'm like pitching her to people.
Please do.
Like,
I have a lot of Kens on the roster.
I'm obsessed with single Christina. Like, obsessed.
I know.
With like normal single, like last summer, single Christina wasn't my favorite.
Yeah, single Christina wasn't fun last summer.
So
a lot of summer single Christina wasn't the greatest, but
tough.
Like, she's good.
Yeah, she's good now.
She's a little lonely sometimes. She's good.
I'll come over.
I don't want to cuddle with you.
Okay.
Perfect.
I have a few guys that.
Hey, send them all my way. Every last one.
I know a few Bushwick boys.
I don't know about that one.
Mama, you're a fucking one. Like,
he is the exception.
He is like the ultimate too. Like, Work Bay is like 10 notches down from.
Yeah. You know who actually one of my girly pop friends texted me literally like 2 days ago, and she was like, the girl that we were literally talking about the other week, how like I could like go out with her and everything, but like she's not into like the same guys as me. She has like very specific type.
Yes. Okay.
But she texted me the other day and was like, I want to go out and I want to just meet anybody, and I want to like make out with a guy and like have a good night and just like kind of fuck around and like meet people. Like, let's do it. And I was like, yes, please.
Yeah, so she wants a one night stand.
Yeah.
She wants to get railed by a random man is what she's saying.
Yeah.
I know a few places.
Right. We know it.
Tell her to come out with me, mama.
Let's get a TVI. I actually love that place.
That place is
so much
sick.
Fun.
Yeah.
It was so good. Fucking random. So much fun.
So random.
Yeah. But, yeah. So, balls in his court, babe.
Like,
in conclusion,
if he liked you, he'll hit you up.
Yeah.
That's always what it really comes down to, isn't it? It's like, what are all these games we play? Because when you meet someone and you both like each other, you usually just kind of end up dating.
Yeah.
It's not
That's
really
the thing. If there is so much game,
like, it shouldn't be hard.
It shouldn't be hard. If there is game playing, it's probably not.
There's obviously some scenarios, like let's say you're like coworkers or like family friend or like some kind of thing where it might be like a thing or like, you know, you dated like their friend or something. But like, still. Like if he likes you, he likes you. It's as simple as that.
I've been seeing a lot of TikTok talk recently about how situationships aren't real, and I 100% agree.
Complete bullshit.
Situationship, it's because
you're either just fucking or you're dating.
Yeah, you are putting yourself in a situation that is less than ideal, but you're not in a situationship.
Yeah.
I can guarantee that, like, if any girly pops are listening to this that are in a situationship, the guy that you are like fucking with or whatever, for those of you that, you know, fuck with guys, he's not gonna call what y'all have a situationship. No. He's gonna say, that's my buddy.
Yeah, that's my fucking buddy.
That's my friend.
Not buddy.
Buddy. That's my friend.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a girl.
Friend. They're always gonna say friend.
Friend. That's my friend.
I'll hear, like, I know work bays, like, guy friend, like, I know who they're fucking and what all their drama is because he tells me everything. But I'll hear them, like, in social settings talking about the girl, and he'll just say
my friend.
Her name or her friend. No one would ever know that they're fucking. And I'm like,
yeah, no, 100%. Like, I feel like me and Big Jeans kind of make it obvious that we fuck.
You guys are different. Well, I will say he's just like a super genuine, like authentic guy. Like, he would never be like, don't act like that. Like, don't act like that in front of my friends. Or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think he just is like a free spirit, so he doesn't really care what people think, which is one of the best.
We
things
had that
about
conversation
him.
too, like 2 months ago. Do you remember?
Yeah,
that?
being like,
I told you,
can
being
I kiss
like,
you?
Can I do it? Like, and he was like,
yeah, he's very like
whatever,
authentic.
you know,
he doesn't care.
Yeah, but whatever. All right, well, that's the end of this episode.
Love you.
It's time to go and edit. It's like late.
Past 9 o'clock.
It is. And you were thinking about going to the gym after this.
Oh,
I thought that you were insane.
No, I'm not doing that.
No, I know.
I didn't realize it would be so late. I don't know why. I always think we're going to be done at like. I know, but
you
in
usually
my
leave by 6, get here.
Stupid brain, I always think we're going to be done by 8. And then it's like, why would I think we'd be done at 8 if we don't start till 7:30?
Whatever. It's one day of the week that we power through. No. All right. Love you guys. Make sure you go follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at Gin Toxic Podcast. DM us things that you need advice on for gin and tips. Also, please continue sending us your toxic confessions too, because they're just fun to read.
Yes.
Yeah.
Love.
Bye.
Fucking love.
Love you.